welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure. What do you got? That orange drink there. What are you drinking?
Oh, just some mics, hard mango,
Cheers.
just to refresh. Thank you.
So I saw you
I
on
like
the
you're wearing the Gorilla podcast shirt. That would be
yeah,
funny.
that's cool. I know. And then I just saw you commenting on the live stream for the Task Force podcast.
Yeah, I love podcasts, especially
Hell yeah.
Airsoft podcasts.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I saw you jump in there. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna talk to her later.
Yeah, I try to make it to all their live streams, but sometimes I get busy.
Oh yeah. Did you have to work today?
No, I've just been sewing and laundry and errands and Saturday stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. Now, do you guys have kids?
Yeah, I have 2 children, a 3-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does the
Large age gap.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does the 10-year-old help out?
Yeah, he's really good. Thankfully, really good.
That's
we got
good.
lucky. I think it's a perfect age gap because he's very helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My when our kids were all really close. My wife and I have 5 kids, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, they
I
were.
out of your podcast this past week.
Oh, okay.
I think
Thanks.
most actually.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So you've heard it's it was really busy
A lot.
for a while.
And back to back, right?
Yeah, 5 and 7 years. So they it was pretty crazy until they started getting a little older.
Yeah. Around 10.
Yes.
Around people, yeah.
Yeah, you can have them. They take care of themselves better.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
that kind of thing. Yeah,
they can feed themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Take a shower, go to the bathroom, all that stuff.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was my son. One of my sons, actually, one of the guys on our channel, Coltrane. So I don't know if you know this. Well, I guess if you listen to our podcast, I've said it before. Chris and Coltrane are 2 of my sons, and then JP is their best friend, and that's who started we all started the channel together. But Coltrane is his girlfriend has 2 kids, and they're 11 and 5, and it's a really good age gap because the 11-year-old is helping out, but the 5-year-old, she's pretty good already. At 5 they start taking care of themselves a little bit more.
Yeah, potty trained and no more diapers and
Especially girls. We had 3 boys and 2 girls, and our 2 girls, they grew up faster. Like they wanted to take care of themselves, like early on, from a younger age, and the boys were like, "No, I don't want to do anything.
I'm good. Mom can do my laundry. That's fine."
Right. Clean my room, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But both of our girls were, at 5 years old, they wanted to clean their own room. They want, I remember my youngest one, we would, like the kids would take turns mowing the grass. We had a push mower.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Can I help?" She couldn't even reach the handle. So I was like, man, why weren't the boys like this? I tell them, hey, mow the grass. They're like, oh, again?
We have to have willpower. We have to be able to do that.
Right?
Yeah.
So
if not, we just get pushed around.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, if we don't take initiative and assertiveness, then it's game over.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, especially now. Did you grow up with brothers and sisters?
I have an older sister and 2 younger brothers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So did your brothers try to pick on you as they got older?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, my brothers are very preserved and they keep to themselves and they're very quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not really the rough housey type.
Yeah. Now, did you grow up? You're in California, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you grow up in around that area?
Yeah, for the most part, up and down California. I lived in Mexico for a few years. So.
Yeah. Now, do you still have family out there?
In Mexico?
Yeah.
No, my grandparents. Well, I guess I do. Yeah, my dad has kind of a large family.
Yeah.
He has 19 brothers and sisters.
Woo!
21 total, but that are
Yeah.
still alive. So, yeah, I guess we have family there. We're just not close,
Oh,
you
okay.
know. Yeah.
So Coltrane's girlfriend, she is a few years older than him, and she is from Colombia. She's only been here in the States
Oh,
for
cool.
like 2 years. And so she's getting really good. She's working on her English and stuff.
Yeah.
But her
It's
11-year-old
hard.
son, yeah, her 11-year-old son is like the perfect translator, man. He can speak fluently both, you know?
Did he
And
pick it
so,
up fast?
yeah, he picked it up really fast.
That's good.
And and then so when they're over visiting and stuff, because we love hanging out with them, they'll come over for parties because they only live like 15 minutes away, and they'll come over for parties and stuff. And her and my wife get along really well, and they so if she can't think of how to say something, she'll either use her phone, like Google Translate,
Yeah, the translator app.
yeah, or her son Camilo, he'll just translate,
That's
yeah.
how I grew up. That's why I don't like phone calls because, like, calling like the doctors and stuff. Because
Yeah.
growing up, my parents would have me call. So now I'm like, I don't like phone calls. They would be like, what did they say? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't understand a word. Like, what do you mean you don't understand? Don't you know English? And I was like, yeah, I just don't know what they said. I didn't understand that word.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's hard because I'm trying to learn Spanish and, to talk with, well, I work construction. So I work with a lot of guys that, are from Mexico and I've always wanted to learn it, and
Yeah.
so I forget everything. So I could learn something and, last week and I could learn like 5 sentences really, really good. And then, I just forget like the next day. I think I drink too much. I think that's what it is. uh, it's like the alcohol just.
My husband has to speak Spanish because
Oh
he's
yeah.
been learning, though. He's been doing good.
Hmm.
Sometimes I didn't have to translate. I tried translating. He's like, I don't know. I understood. And I was like, then what am I here for?
Where did you guys meet?
We actually met through his twin brother.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're actually the ones who got me into Airsoft.
Oh,
We
nice.
used to play back in Georgia.
Yeah.
Uh, and we used to just do pickup games with like 10 guys,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
Georgia we're in South Carolina. So
Yeah.
Georgia's like right next to us,
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard of the game Georgia versus South Carolina. I don't even know if they still have it. But when I
Yeah.
lived back in Georgia, I would have a game that was Georgia versus South Carolina. I
Oh,
don't
I
know
didn't know.
where, but we went one year and it was fun.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I know there is a couple places in Georgia, Airsoft Atlanta and then
Yeah.
SS Airsoft that are out there. And
They weren't out there. Well, Atlanta Airsoft was there because I bought a gun there.
yeah.
But SS Airsoft, I don't think was around back then.
Okay.
This was like in 2010,
Yeah.
2011.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So it was a
Yeah.
while ago. It wasn't really as popular as it is now. Now I want to go back so I can try that, CQB field.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I've seen. I think C7 Viper just went to SS Airsoft. I saw a video, some videos on their Instagram page where he went out. Him and his wife went out there, and I think it was his birthday. So he went out there and they showed some gameplay. They did like a giveaway thing, and a big party for his birthday out there.
That sounds like fun.
So yeah, that'd be cool. It was
Yeah.
packed. Like the videos I saw in the pictures, it was packed there.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen it, but I'll check it out.
Yeah, those are two places that we always wanted to go because they're fairly close,
Yeah. You said right there, right? In South Carolina?
Yeah, so we're like,
Yeah.
so Atlanta, it's about 2 hours from where
Okay.
I live to get to Atlanta. Yeah, because we're in Greenville area, Greenville, South Carolina.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's up towards the North Carolina border.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's only like 2 hours from Georgia. But yeah, but we haven't made it out there yet. So
I miss the woods back there, though.
oh yeah.
The woods in Georgia were so beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets really, really
like that here.
humid out here, in
Yeah,
the summer.
that's true. That's
But
true,
you
but I like the
guys,
humidity. And like the dry heat is kind of draining, you know.
yeah.
You step outside and you feel like all the liquid in your body just left and you're like, I'm thirsty. You know,
Oh,
I
I
use the
know.
humidity. It's like it's sticky, but like my skin looks nice and you know, it's trade offs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was stationed at Camp Pendleton out there, so I lived in California for a little while, and I loved it. I loved the weather. I love the mountains. I
San
was
Diego,
yeah.
that's a whole different volume. I live in Bakersfield and
Oh,
does
okay.
not look anything like San Diego.
Yeah, I had not made it out to that far out to Bakersfield, but we went
Okay.
out to like Big Bear Mountain, stuff like that, a few times.
Yeah.
But went to Palm Springs. I think Palm Springs was probably the most desert kind of area that I went to while I was out there. Besides like Las Vegas, we went to Vegas a few times.
That's definitely the
Yeah,
desert.
it's desert,
Yeah.
but oh yeah. And then, but I loved being, I loved being out there because where I was at by Camp Pendleton, it was like less than an hour drive to get to the mountains, and then like 15 minutes to get to the ocean, and just it was pretty, really pretty area. But the farthest north that me and my buddies went was to Yosemite National Park.
Okay.
Yeah, and
That's
I'm
way
not
north,
sure, yeah, how far that
right?
is from you guys.
I think it's fairly close. I'm not sure, honestly. I would like to go to more national parks, but I haven't really made it too many.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard when you're, packing your weekends with airsoft stuff.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard to make it to mainly anything. It's like, sorry guys, my team was getting there. I'm like, sorry, there's a game that weekend and
Right.
be able to make it, but good luck.
So
They're
you
not married
have,
anymore, so I guess I didn't miss out on much.
yeah, you have a really good YouTube channel.
I haven't posted in a while, but thank you. I just kind of post like random videos there. I
Yeah,
don't think it really makes sense. So I don't know how many you've seen or what you've seen. I know you commented on the zombie one.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
I mean, I watched probably 5 or 6 videos in the last couple days, and just kind of random ones, the airsoft ones, and
yeah,
yeah, you have a lot of videos on your channel.
I've been playing for a long time.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was really impressed. I said, "Holy cow!" Because we've only been into the airsoft thing for 2.5 years.
yeah,
We well, these guys started playing like 2.5 years ago. They had played years and years ago when they were younger, and then kind of got out of it. And then after high school, JP got them into playing again. And probably like not even a month after they started playing, we started the YouTube channel. But that was kind of like like I wanted to do the channel because I just wanted something to do. But they loved playing, and so they haven't really been playing that long. So they started going their first mil sims, and they were like all in. They're like, okay, we
like
got to
this is
buy
fun.
all this gear. We got to buy all these guns. We got to buy all this stuff. I mean,
You need
they
the
were
best guns,
loading.
the best gear.
Yes.
Yeah,
They were just bringing all this, stuff in the house. And Chris and Coltrane actually still lived at home when they started. And so they're like bringing these giant totes and boxes and of just all this, helmets and all their gear and stuff there. I'm like, what are you guys, where are you going? Like, and they're like, no, we got to get ready for this mill sim coming up, so it was all a new experience for me because I was never involved in airsoft until they started. My experience after the military was paintball.
yeah.
So, and that was a long time ago when the kids were little, but so they started bringing all this gear, and I'm like, what? They have event. I didn't even know that they had events for airsoft that were like real military, type of things.
Yeah.
So I was all excited about it, seeing them do all that stuff. So do you edit all your own videos and stuff too?
Yes, I do. My computer took a dump, so I haven't been able to edit. I have made a few videos on my phone through just iMovie, but
Yeah.
it's so hard to export, and then the sounds don't line up, and
Yep.
it's just a pain. So I'm just like, you know what? Once I have a computer, I'll make videos again. Till then,
Right.
just haven't done it in I think like a year now.
I've seen some
Yeah.
people that aren't able to post on YouTube, whatever. They started doing from their phone, doing videos on their and just post them on their Instagram page. I
Yeah.
guess it's really easy to.
I've been doing that. Yeah, I'll
Have
put
you?
clips
Okay.
together and just put them on Instagram. I'll edit them through Instagram. You know how they have the reel? You can
Yeah.
put clips there, and that's fun.
Yeah, that
But
is
to make
fun.
like longer videos, it's
Yeah.
anything past like 1 minute. It's just forget about it.
I know.
At least, yeah. At least with my phone, because you run out of memory,
Oh yeah.
and then downloading like GoPro clips. There's never enough
Oh,
memory in like 30
I don't.
seconds.
GoPro, so my computer's not that good. So it is really slow. So when I take some of their videos that they come back, from gameplay, and I take it off their GoPro and I put it on my computer, once I put it in my, transferred into my editing software, it takes, I mean, I might as well just go to lunch because
Yeah,
it takes forever to like get ready for me to
yeah.
edit it. So my son, Chris, he built a gaming computer that's really, really fast. So I was like, he goes, man, your computer's too slow. I was like, no, man, your videos are too big. Like he said, no, watch. So he put it on his, and he has the same editing software I have, and it was ready in like 2 minutes. I said,
Are you
what? And mine
serious?
takes like an hour. So
How much was this computer?
probably a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, you
But
get what you pay for, basically.
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I upgraded once I started editing, I upgraded I added more RAM and stuff like that. But that was about it because I already had a pretty decent video card in there. But what I thought it was pretty decent video card until I started editing, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, it's not."
I think that's times 10.
Yes, for real.
Sorry, my children just follow me around all day when I'm at home.
Hey, I understand. They always want their mama,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's why in
That's
Airsoft there's like my getaway, no
yeah,
children. Until they start playing, hopefully. I was with my 10-year-old will play because he's kind of sensitive.
yeah.
So, even with like Nerf guns, he like cries. So I'm like, ooh, maybe he's not gonna be able to play
Yeah,
Airsoft.
I
Yeah.
was just talking to a girl in the UK. She said she has two kids. They're twin girls. And
Oh yeah, I heard the interview.
did you hear? Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she
yeah,
talked about that. She said the one wants to get it, likes shooting the guns and gets into it, and then the other one like nope.
yeah. See, he likes shooting like at targets, like still
Yeah,
targets. But once we start running around and he gets hit, he's like, nope, this
I'm
hurts.
done.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember when
yeah,
my kids were little, and I was into paintball still. Christian who is Chris on our channel. He was I don't know, he was probably younger than 10, maybe 8 or something like that. He said, "Oh, I want to go with you when you play paintball." I said, "No, you don't. It
no, he
hurts."
doesn't.
He said, "No, it doesn't." So I had him stand in the backyard, and he was dressed, he had his shoes on and stuff. So I shot him in his in his foot, in his shoes. He had tennis shoes on. So I said, "Stand over there." I just shot him in his foot. He cried for like 20 minutes. I said, "See, you don't want to go. I'm telling you."
Hey, it's better for him to cry at home than to show up at the field and start
Oh,
crying.
I'm telling you.
At least you were like, let's see if you actually want to do this.
And then, his brothers, Coltrane and then Connor, they watched him and they were like, "Nope, nope, don't shoot us." Yeah. So, but
Yeah,
now a couple years, it was 2 or 3 years later, he ended up going to his first paintball game with me and had a blast. He was fine.
yeah, he was able to build up his pain tolerance.
Yeah, I think so. Well, not only that, we layered him up. We had like two T-shirts on, plus like one of my military cami shirts. So when it hit him, it was kind of cushioned.
Yeah.
So he was okay.
Oh, I used to play Airsoft when I first started playing. I would put on my hoodie and then my jacket, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
And then somebody's shooting you from far away, and they're like, "She's not calling her hits," and you're like, "What?"
I felt it.
I didn't.
You know, like pain.
Yeah, you feel a little tiny thing like, oh, okay,
I
I'm
know.
hit.
Sometimes like I think I'm hit, and as I'm walking away, I'm like, I think that was the board because my hearing protection is like amplifies sound. So
Ah,
sometimes it'll hit like the board, and I'll call myself because I think it hits my helmet. And as I'm
oh
walking
wow.
away, I'm like, yeah, that was definitely the wood.
Ah,
Okay, and I
that's all
still
right.
haven't learned.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
game. You go back to spawn, you can start over.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I just always
So,
do that. And I'm like, why do I keep doing that?
what's
But
the
then if
most
you don't wear hearing
painful?
protection, then the grenades hurt your ears. So
Oh, yeah, right.
yeah,
Those things are loud.
so loud.
Yeah, these guys when they play the indoor stuff, it's like it's an old one of the areas they play at is a abandoned nuclear reactor
That's,
facility, and it's really cool looking. Like the basement has all the pipes, and it looks like a scare, like a horror movie.
okay, yeah, I think I've seen that AO. Yeah.
Yeah, and but when they're it's all concrete walls. And then the stairwells, they'll be going up, and somebody will drop a grenade down there, and it is extremely loud.
Oh, right
Like
there.
they can't
The
hear for
echo
like,
sound.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
Mm.
Now, what's the most painful shot you've ever got in airsoft?
I don't know. Anything in the thighs hurts a lot. The back hurts.
Oh yeah,
You know, the sensitive bits. You
right.
know, I don't really think that I've ever. I mean, I once I got shot in the nose and it bled a lot. It like split down because you know that
Ooh.
little gap between your mask and your.
Yeah,
And that one was the only bleeder I think I've gotten, other than like finger shots. Finger shots hurt.
yeah, they hurt. Well, you
Yeah,
got to learn. There's a lot of nerve endings in your
yeah,
fingers.
yeah. And
Yeah,
I
the
always forget
nose.
my gloves, so I'm like, oh well, gloveless it is. And then she's like, not the nail, not the nail, not the
Yeah,
nail.
yeah. You're like holding your
Yeah,
gun like this
yeah,
to try
like I shove
to.
them in. Yeah,
Don't shoot it!
and the
Don't shoot
knuckles
it!
get hit. It's like you just have to take a second, and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
I don't know why. Hands on your gun and then optics. Like if you have a scope or a sight or anything,
yeah,
those are like BB magnets. I don't know
yeah. They
what it
always get
is.
shot.
It's like the
Face
smallest
shots a lot
area.
too. I always
Yeah.
get shot in the face, which is fine because I wear full face protection. It's just
Yeah.
when that one BB gets in that gap, and it's like, at least it's not my teeth.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's what I
like,
was telling one of the guys. They said, because JP doesn't wear a full mask all the time because it gets so hot. He'll wear a
yeah.
mouth guard to protect his teeth, because there's too many people that get their tooth, knocked out from airsoft.
Oh yeah, I've seen that happen.
Yeah. Now,
And it's like not me, not
what
me.
team what team are you part of out there?
Well, I just mostly play with my friends. We kind of have like a jokey team. We're not really a team, but we're just like
Gotcha.
a jokey team that we just made, But I don't think we're an official team. I don't know. Anytime anybody asks me if I want to join their team, I'm like, yeah, I'm down. I probably joined like 6 teams through the years.
Yeah.
Just different areas too. And yeah, I just agreed to be on people's teams. I've never really done competitive airsoft, so I don't really see the need for a team
Yeah.
because you can just always link up with your friends from all over the place and play at big games. So
Right.
yeah, so I'm not really part of a team, but we kind of have like a little group that we hang out with locally, and we call ourselves the Poso Bosas, just
Mm.
because we're always just messing around.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Well, I thought maybe because you played the same field with the Guerrilla Airsoft guys, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I also
That's
have one
cool.
of their team patches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a tactical challenge with them, the Lion Claws tactical challenge on the airplanes.
Oh, okay.
The first year they did it, I did it with them, and that
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We didn't know we were gonna get second place because the whole time we're like, we're doing so bad, we're lost, we don't understand what's happening. We took the objective all the way to the wrong place, and then we
Oh.
ended up getting second place, and we're like, how? How bad were these other teams then? Because we were so lost.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
It was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah,
It was a
that's
hoot.
I wonder if you've ever run into one of our guys on the field who plays out there. He always hangs out with Guerrilla Airsoft. He
The
is
ex-zombie?
zombie,
Ex-zombie?
yeah.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. I think he was at the at the Frostbite game that we went to,
Yep,
but
he
we were running
was.
in two different squads.
Okay.
Yeah, so they had a full squad, and then I have like 8, 9, 10 friends that I play with on a regular that we link up together. The Posobosos that we run
Yeah,
together. Yeah, and
that's
that game was a
cool.
lot of fun. Yeah.
It's so wild that I just found you on Instagram like last week, and that you are part of that group that's they all play together. Like the guys from Guerrilla
Yeah.
Airsoft. You played at least on the same field and the same
Well,
games
I played line
as
cross. Like I
Zombie.
went on their squad for
Yeah.
line cross multiple times, and for the line cross tactical challenge. And during like big games, when we had big games at our field before the oil company stole our land, um, we would link up together and play
What happened with
them.
that?
Yeah. What happened?
What happened
Sorry.
with the what happened with that
Basically,
field?
they didn't want us. They owned the oil rights or the
Yeah.
soil rights, and they didn't want BBs on their soil. So they put up
Uh,
a fence, and then the owner of the field had a contract with them, and so he had to abide by it. So now they put a barbed wire up, and
oh
now it's like
shit.
1/3 of the field that it was. Pretty
Okay.
sad.
Yeah, you know what? I did a podcast earlier today, with one of the guys that we've followed for a while, Woodland Warriors. They're out in the Netherlands. He just told me that last week that the group that they have like a government agency that like governs airsoft stuff, laws and rules and everything. So they were doing soil samples and in these airsoft fields and finding some kind of like heavy metals in the
Mm,
soil because I guess he said what they used to make these BBs heavier, and I can't remember what elements they were, but I guess they're like harmful to the dirt. So I wonder if that has
mm,
something to do with the oil thing out there because
probably,
yeah,
probably. Yeah, I was
yeah,
like, aren't BBs plastic and isn't plastic made from oil?
well, yeah, right,
So
yeah,
wouldn't that
plastic
make it?
is,
But I guess
yeah,
if they're adding stuff to it, that makes it. Yeah, I guess.
right.
I guess. But I do like
See, I
10-gram
didn't.
BBs, so I guess we won't play on that side of the field.
He said that they came out with a rule just last week saying that they can only use .2s.
No way.
Yeah,
I
because
mean, at least you can shoot further, but your BBs are gonna go with
they're
wind.
yeah. He
Yeah.
said when the first day the all his like teammates, whatever, the guys that were sniping when they went out there, they their hop ups were set for like the 3/8s or three
Trios,
sixes or whatever. Yeah, and their twos were going like this
yeah.
up to the sky.
And then some buckings won't even like agree with them,
Mm.
and they
Yeah, if
just
you've
go.
upgraded all your stuff, it won't really shoot 2.0s very well.
I mean, stock guns though.
Yeah,
You might want to
yeah,
keep it stock.
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the guns, what do you got back there behind you?
Um. Well, this is my AK, my ARP9. My husband's ARP9, my husband's AK, my other husband's AK, and then his little Ram 4.
Those
And
are
then we have this
awesome.
really cool gun that my husband's upgrading because he texts.
Yeah.
He actually texts for Guerrilla Airsoft. This is
Oh, that
giant,
is
right? This is my friend Brian Decoy's gun. How
yeah.
big this is?
That is
I was so
awesome
impressed with
looking.
it. Huh?
That is awesome looking.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So big.
Yeah, that's cool. So your
He's
husband
like,
does
he's getting
he
a little
works
hot.
on
I'm like, I don't see him rushing anybody with that gun.
no.
Have you
So he works on like gearboxes and all that stuff and
Yeah, yeah.
upgrades.
He
Okay.
actually can fix anything. He's just a fixer. I break
Yep.
something and I'm like, oh no, it's broken. And he's like, oh no worries. Oh, it's just this. And I'm like, how? How do you know that? It's really funny though, because he helps people on the field. So, since he raps as well, if anybody's gun goes down, it's something like minor, like the motor needs to be tightened or something. He'll like
Yeah.
fix it on the field for people.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll be like, hey, my gun's broken. And he'll grab it and he'll shoot it and be like, no, it's working fine. And they're like, no, we promise it's broken. It happens to me too. I'll be like, hey, my gun's acting really weird. He'll shoot it, works fine. I'm like, no, I swear, it's acting really weird. He gives it back and it's doing it again. I'm like, how? He's like a wizard.
Because he touched it.
Yeah, basically, I think I just like him.
Right? Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny.
All the time
Yeah.
I'm like, my gun's not shooting straight. He shoots, it's not shooting straight. I'm like, I shoot it. No, it's not. Dropping every other BB. He shoots it. No, they're all going straight. And I'm like,
That does happen. That happens with us too. We'll be reviewing one of the guns or whatever, and they're like, "Man, this thing's shooting, like crap." And I'm like, "Let me see it." I'll start shooting it. It shoots fine, and they give it back to him. Now I have had it where it reverses. Like I'm shooting
yeah.
it, I'm like, "This thing's shit, bro. Like it's not. I can't hit anything with it." And then they'll take it, and then it shoots straight. Like, what is
It's
going
like,
on?
oh, so it's me.
Right? Oh yeah.
Okay.
What's the big event you're looking forward to? What's the next big event you're going
Um,
to?
well, there's two events that are coming up. One at the end of February. That's the Airsoft event by Umbrella Armory. I don't know if you've heard of them. They make like super cool guns.
Yeah, I
They're
have.
actually
Yeah.
the ones who built this ARP9. I've
Oh,
broken
okay.
it since then, and my husband fixed it. But they initially built that ARP9.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, and then there's the Battle for Los Angeles from Desert Fox events coming up March
Oh, yeah.
3rd.
Right.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
I'm
cool.
really excited for that.
Yeah, Desert Fox. I follow him on YouTube.
Yeah. He's a cool
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
and
some
he
good
throws these
stuff.
events. What happened?
He's got some good videos on there.
Oh yeah, he makes really good videos. He makes it look easy.
I
Like you
know.
try to edit gameplay and you're like, this is hard.
I know.
It's like, how do you even know what to take out? And I don't
That
like editing gameplay videos because I'm like, I want to leave everything in there, right? But I
mm,
don't want to upload a 30-minute video, and it's like, how do you know what to take out without,
Yep. Yeah, I think that's that's the balance like Kicking Mustang. He does the sniper videos are fun to watch because you can see the BB going out.
yeah,
But he takes the extra time to do that voiceover, he does all the
yeah.
commentary on his own video, which really adds to it, kind of like Novrich did, and it
I feel like you have to have that setup though, like the mic and the proper
right.
equipment for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
I'm working with the bare basics. So I try to make little silly videos. So when I go to games, sometimes I'm like, or it's like everything's too far away to see. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a little movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen one of my videos. It's called, I don't know what it's called, but I made a whole little. Basically, it's a series now. But
Oh,
I
really?
haven't been to one of those games in a while. But yeah, the
Yeah.
uprising games, they're all little
Oh,
movies.
yeah. Oh,
The
that's
one with the
cool.
baby,
Okay.
and I put a bomb on it,
Oh,
and I try to
yes.
get. I
I
don't know if
did.
you
I
saw
clicked
that.
on that one because I think the thumbnail had like the doll you were holding. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I put a bomb on it. I was just trying to get people to disarm it. You know,
Oh my gosh. Yes. That is cool.
it was fun.
Yeah, that is fun.
Definitely a fun game.
You got the field. One of the more recent videos I watched, you had the field you were playing at. It was a really cool game type. I can't remember what you guys were playing, but it looked really exciting and kind of like fast paced. You know, it was fun to watch.
Was it like indoors or outdoors?
No, it was outdoor.
Was it like Wildlands maybe?
I think so.
Like Wildlands is a field down south close to San Diego, and it's a really fun field. It's actually my favorite field in Southern California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, how
Well,
far of a
outdoor
drive is
field.
that for you?
What happened?
How far of a how far do you have to drive for that
4 hours.
field? Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun drive.
Yeah, it is.
Everything basically going up north or going down south is either for anywhere from 2 to 4 hours,
Yeah.
regardless if we will go up or we go down. Yeah, we're right in the middle. But it's
Okay.
nice because we don't have to drive 8 hours to go play
Yeah,
up north. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, because I know Zombie, he's up in Redding,
yeah.
California.
Up north.
Yeah, he's got to
Yeah,
drive, you know, a long way to get to, like when he went to that Line Claws event, he drove down to meet up with the Guerrilla Airsoft guys and then rode with them
yeah,
another how many hours down. I was like, holy cow, that's far.
yeah. I think because from here to George Air Force Base, it's only like 3.5 hours,
Yeah.
depending on traffic.
Okay.
So he probably had like an 8 hour trip.
I think he said it was like 8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of driving, but I like road trips, except for I don't like the big semi trucks. They're so scary.
They drive crazy as hell.
Yeah, and they just pull over, like they just get in your lane without
Hey,
saying anything, and like, you have
they're
a turn
like,
signal, please use it.
they're always pissed off about us driving regular cars on the road. They're like, get out of my way. I got somewhere to be and I got shit to do. So
I get it, but I'd rather
right,
stay alive in this trip than when
right.
they sandwich in between them and there's one behind you, one in front of you. You're just like, please switch lanes, please switch lanes. I'm so afraid of cars.
When my oldest daughter, she was in the Air Force, and she was stationed in Mississippi. So when she got out of the Air Force, she did 4 years in, and I went down there and stayed with her for a little bit until she got out, and because she had a new baby, and so she had to move to Utah because her husband got a job in Utah. I mean, that's all the way, it's like almost like driving to, California. So I went down, I stayed with her. We drove back up to South Carolina, and then like 3 days later, I drove her out to Utah, 2,000 miles. And listen, if there's truckers out there, I just get out of their way. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, yep, go ahead, go
Bye.
around. I'll slow down. I'll do whatever it takes to get,
Slow
let
down,
them go.
speed up. I don't care. Just get away from
Yes.
them. At least
Oh yeah.
50 feet.
Right? Yeah, I don't like driving next to them, in front of them,
Mm-mm.
behind them. It's
No.
well, one of my buddies I was in the military with, he got out and actually became a truck driver, and he would drive all across the country and down to Mexico and then back up to here, and he'd be driving for like 2 weeks straight, on the road, and he always complained about us drivers.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
know
like,
truck driver too, so
oh
he
yeah.
would drive. When I was little, he was doing the cross, every place, and yeah, he drives crazy though in a regular car. I'm always just holding on. Yeah, I never got in an accident with him, but he drives so scary.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
you can
funny.
put a truck driver that.
Oh, geez. I was really excited to do the podcast with you because I saw you were in the area where you play with people that I know, like
Yeah.
Zombie, with Guerrilla Airsoft guys. I didn't know you were out there with, kind of close to where Desert Fox plays and all that too.
They're like about 3 hours away.
Okay. What
And
about
their games are super fun if you ever get a chance to play. Actually, I was going to ask you, are you just like a spectator in Airsoft? Or have you
Yes.
actually played?
No, I've been a spectator the whole time.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
so
cool.
I'm a lot better than I was when I was sick, because I
Yeah.
was paralyzed, I'm sure
Yeah,
you
I
heard.
heard.
So
How are you doing with that?
yeah, I'm doing way better. I can hold a glass. So
That's a plus.
yeah, my hands don't work like they used to.
Right.
And then I can't run. Like I've tried running. It's like my legs have lead weights on them. They just don't. Yeah, it's like from my knees down, my calves and my feet, they don't work right. So I went to, I've been to a couple events with these guys where I'm just filming,
Yeah.
And so like one of the CQB games they went to, I went and I did, and we made a video on it, and they gave me a riot shield and like a vest, for press or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just behind, I'm filming. And I got shot a couple times in the back. Guys didn't realize when they peeked around the corner.
But you weren't part of it.
Yeah, it was okay. But yeah, I've been filming these guys and just editing all their videos when they come back. So it's been a huge adjustment, for me. But I'm doing way better, and the big thing is I'm doing way better like mentally. So like I'm in a way better place over the last 2 years. And honestly, the airsoft thing has helped. Even though I haven't been out there playing, it's helped me, focus on that instead of what I can't do.
Yeah. The videos that
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of experience with 4 years in the military, so I can relate to all the tactical stuff and all the gear and all the going to the mil sim stuff. So I can remember, doing all the training I did back in the day, and of course paintball. But these games they go to, yeah, they go, they come back, they give me their videos, I edit, and then put them out.
There's
Yeah.
actually a guy who's a local player who had his legs blown off overseas.
Oh yeah.
And he gets out there and plays. He wobbles out there. At first it was really hard for him, but he's kind of gotten used to his new legs.
Okay.
And he refs mostly, but he gets out there and plays, and he does pretty good. It takes
That
a
is
while.
awesome.
Sometimes I let him get to cover before I shoot him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. Well, when we first started our channel and I started talking about that, guys were, that follow us on our channel, they were saying, E-Rock, you can, we'll get a wheelchair, man. We'll push you. I'll push you around. You can just go and, use the gun and I'll push you,
Well, one of those walkers?
I used a walker.
Yeah.
After I was able to
I
actually, starting,
yeah.
I still
But
have
you
it.
can do it on your own. It's like, no, that's nothing.
I just never want to go back to it. I put it in the shed. It's duct taped up, and it's stuck in a corner. I don't ever want to have to use it again.
Yeah.
So,
I get it. And it's probably really mentally hard for you, especially because you were so active prior to it.
Right.
That having to use a walker was probably, I can see that being, and like, no thanks. Yeah.
Well, and it's, and this is anyone, obviously, you're a mom, your kids depend on you. If you were laid up, and you can't get out of bed and, your ego takes a hit.
Right.
And you're like, I'm usually the one helping these kids or helping my family. And, now I'm the one having to ask for help. It's a difficult transition to get used to. And, so I don't want to go back to that. So when, I always have these guys, like, man, we'll help you on the field. I'm like, I don't want help,
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't want to be helped. I want to be, self-sufficient and self-reliant. Yeah,
right.
I get that.
I'm hopeful that I'll continue to get better, better enough to where I could go out there with these guys and do something.
But for sure,
so when I do, when I do it, I want to be able to do it myself and not rely on somebody. I honestly don't like talking about my illness because I feel like I talked about it for like 2 years, Yeah. Like somebody's like, well, what's wrong with you? I'm like, oh, I have to talk about it again. But, so I don't purposely try to talk about it. I just, I guess it's connected to how we started our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So
it's part of the story, it's part of the,
Yeah.
I get it. I'm sorry for bringing it up. I was just curious.
Oh, no.
I think it's cool that you're a spectator.
No, it's fine. It
kind of brings hope to airsoft. How you've talked about how, paintball used to be on TV. So to see that there's someone who's like interested in just watching it kind of gives hope to the fact that, maybe one day it'll be in the Olympics or something. I don't know.
I know. At least televised on ESPN. I mean, there's some big events, man, like events that have like thousands of people, even Swamp Sniper out here in Virginia, he has, his zombie events have like 800 or 900 people.
Jeez, that sounds brilliant. Zombie game with 800 people.
Right? Oh yeah.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's very exciting for me, and the airsoft community is top notch, man. Like the people, every single person I've ever met in airsoft has been a really cool person. Like honestly, it's
well, for the most part, you'll meet one or two here and there that you're like, oh, okay.
I know, right?
Got it.
Yeah, and these are obviously people I've met, like doing this, I mean, you're awesome. Yeah. And, everyone I've talked to, everyone I've, chatted with online, they're just, it's a really tight community, and I love that.
Yeah, that's why I like it too. That's why I like social media, because you're able to connect with so many people and then meet up with them and you get to play airsoft with them and then make memories with them, and then 7 years later you're still friends and you're still like linking up to play together, and it's a lot of fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I am really glad we got to talk tonight.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hope we can do another one in the future, after your big events you've gone to. So where can people find you online?
Just Airsoft Hasmeen, Hasmeen, on Instagram and YouTube.
Okay.
And thank you for having me on, and I'll
Awesome.
look forward to your next video, and I'll keep watching them. I
All
also
right.
like the fact that it's on the podcast app, the
Oh, good.
iPhone app podcast,
Yeah.
because that like it just keeps playing the next one and the next one and the next one,
Right.
and so that's cool.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you said that because that was my goal when I set the podcast thing up. I wanted to, make it available just for audio versions
Yeah,
on those podcast apps. Yeah.
yeah, and I prefer just the audio, so I really
Yep.
appreciate that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes. Well,
All
have a
right.
great night, and thank you for your time.
You too.